Hi guys, my name is Rick Reed and I'm happy to be here today to talk to you about my time in public speaking. Overall, it was a fun class. I learned some new things and met a lot of cool people. I worked with a non-profit company that required me to do a lot of public speaking, so I had a lot of experience in public speaking before my time coming to the class. Even though I had experience in public speaking, I'm still not as confident in my public speaking as I should be. I'm a performer. It's easy for me to get up and sing in front of an audience and do music, but when it comes to speaking, that's a whole different ballgame. That's most likely because I'm not a very talkative person, which those who know me know pretty well. Overall, I will say that I am pleased with the work that I did in this class. There is a lot of room for improvement, but at the same time, I did make a lot of progress. I learned to use tools such as ethos, pathos, and logos when conducting my speeches. I mostly use these techniques in my persuasive speech. I was also made more aware of my audience participation and audience interaction. I was more aware of my hand gestures, the way that I moved around on the stage, the way that I connected with the audience. The thing that I had the most trouble with is keeping a steady flow. I realized that I had a good beginning, but during the middle, I tend to slip up a little bit and pause in certain places. But other than that, it was an overall good speech. The speech that I enjoyed doing the most, I would have to say, was the industry professional speech, because I got to speak about something that I really was passionate about. I'm a very big fan of Stevie Wonder, so it was awesome to be able to do research on him and learn new things about him and be able to speak to an audience of my peers about why I felt that this was such a phenomenal individual. The most challenging speech, I would have to say, would be the persuasive speech. I'd never given a persuasive speech before that I can remember, so it was very difficult to take on that new task. There was not a lot of time to prepare for it, so that made it even harder. I think the hardest thing about it was the fact of being very nervous before the speech. Once the speech started going, I was still nervous, but a lot of the nervousness fell off. And once I was finished with the speech, I felt a lot better about it because I didn't realize that it would go as well as it did. I didn't practice any of the speeches. I more so took notes and I went off of my outline and kind of walked myself through what I would say and how I would say it. There wasn't really a lot of time for me to be able to practice and go over the speeches the way that I really wanted to. I spent a lot of time at work preparing for the speeches. That's where I got most of my preparation done. I would rate my public speaking performance maybe a 3. I have a lot of room for improvement, but I still think I did a pretty good job. The audience seemed to be engaged and I got a pretty good response from them after the speeches were over. So I think I did a pretty good job. I believe I lost some of the anxiety that comes with the idea of public speaking. I realized that it's not as hard or as difficult as I thought it would be. Because of the fact that I'm not a talkative person, I always feel that getting up in front of an audience and speaking to people is very tough and almost undoable. But after taking this class, I realized that if I prepare myself right, then I will be better able to execute what I need to execute. So, my name is Rick Reed, and thank you for your time.